Dear entrepreneur, welcome to Happiness Potential. Today is a great day. Why? Today, the 14th November, is the International Diabetes Day. We are going to talk about diabetes. What is diabetes? Why is it a serious issue for the entrepreneur, for the CEO, for the hard worker? Diabetes, what is it? Diabetes is a chronic disorder, a chronic dysfunction. Chronic means what? It takes time to build up. Chronic comes from chronos, and it is a dysfunction of the metabolism, the dysfunction of the transformation of your energy. The body is not able to transform the energy the proper way, so there is too much of the energy in the form of glucose in the blood. And this is the main definition of diabetes. So whatever we eat the fats, we eat the proteins, we eat the carbohydrates, and the body is not able to keep the energy level at the cell level, and the blood sugar level goes too high, and it's too much for the body. It destroys the tissue and the organs of the body. This is diabetes, a dysfunction of the metabolism. Now, we are in the industry now of the energy of vitality. Day after day, we have to use our energy, our vitality the proper way to reach our goals. So now, let's talk about diabetes. Again, by which mechanism does that happen? There are two main ways. The first way is the pancreas, which does not produce enough of the insulin. So there is an impairment of the organ which is called pancreas, not enough of the insulin which is manufactured. So this is the cell, and this is the representation of the insulin inside of the bloodstream. And this is the sugar close to the insulin. This is the mitochondria. It is the engine inside of the cell which needs the glucose to burn the energy. So, in the first type of the diabetes, not enough of the insulin is manufactured. In the second part, the second type, type diabetes, the cell becomes resistant to insulin. So, the insulin is not able to get inside of the cell with the glucose in order for the mitochondria to burn the glucose to produce the energy. So, in end effect, too much of the insulin stays in the bloodstream, too much of the glucose stays in the bloodstream. That's why we have too much insulin when we measure the data. So most of the entrepreneurs are caught up in the second type, the type of diabetes, which is called resistance to insulin. So the next phase that can interest us is, how can we know that we are on the way to diabetes, or that we have diabetes? Very easy. We urinate frequently, we are thirsty most of the time, and we are hungry most of the time. So it's a sign that the energy level we are not able to manage it the proper way. So we want to be more objective about these signs and signals. We want to be more practical. So that's why we measure, number one, the blood sugar level, number two, the blood cholesterol, number three, the blood fat, number four, the blood pressure. These four signs are critical. But the most critical of all of the four is the blood sugar level. It is measured in terms of milligrams of glucose in 1 deciliter of blood. When we make the measurement, we measure the fasting blood sugar level. So it means that the last meal that we had is more than 8 hours. More than 8 hours before we made the measurement. So when you make the measurement, you have between 70 and 100 milligrams of glucose. It is normal. No worries, we are safe. When it says between 100 and 120, it starts to become a little bit complicated. We need to pay attention. We might be on the way to diabetes. There is too much blood glucose in the blood. So now the third one is more than 120. When we make the measurement of the fasting blood glucose level on 3 consecutive days, and when we reach more than 120 milligrams, it's clear that it's possible to have diabetes. We might ask ourselves with the question, what is possible to do? We need to take action right now before it becomes too late. So after that is the first area, the first data that you can measure, meaning the level of the blood glucose, afterwards the blood cholesterol, the blood fat, and the blood pressure. When you reach high level of cholesterol, is a sign that you might have diabetes. Too much fat or triglycerides in the blood is a sign that you might have diabetes. A high blood pressure, more than 140 over 90, you might have diabetes. Now, regarding the lifestyle of the entrepreneur, which are the signs of the lifestyle that are the signal that you might have diabetes? There are 5 signs, critical signs. The first one, you are overweight or obese. Overweight or obese. So, you are a man, your fat content is from 20 to 25%. You are overweight. Fat content is more than 25%, you're obese. And as a woman, the fat content of your body is between 25 to 30%, you are overweight, and more than 30%, you are obese. Too much fat in your system is a sign that you are on the way to diabetes. Other thing, there is the body mass index. When you are between 23 and 25, you are overweight. More than 25, you are obese. So, according to your lifestyle, you might be overweight or obese. The second one is lack of exercise. Lack of exercise. When you don't exercise or don't exercise enough, you don't burn the energy inside the cells. So you allow the glucose level to accumulate inside the bloodstream, not to be burned. So you're on your way to diabetes. Number 3, too much alcohol. Alcohol is a byproduct of glucose, and it doesn't go well with the liver. So it makes the liver really critically diseased, and you end up with diabetes. Cigarette smoking, the nicotine. Nicotine destroys the beta cells of the pancreas inside of the body. The 5th factor is the junk food. Why? The junk food is critical. So, number 1, white sugar, white bread, white rice, white sugar with coffee, fried foods, saturated fats, too much eggs, too much meat. These are the critical food habits that lead to diabetes. So, according to the lifestyle, pay attention as an entrepreneur, CEO, to these lifestyle habits. So now, the question remains, do you change or you don't? You change or you don't change? If you don't change, so you might end up with the complication of diabetes. which means so diabetes kills the eyes. So many entrepreneurs out there, they carry eyeglasses, don't see very well. So diabetes kills your sexual life, meaning your sexual organs. No more love making the proper way. Diabetes kills your arteries. You might end up with amputation. Diabetes kills your heart. Diabetes kills your heart. Yes, you might end up with hypertension. Diabetes kills your kidneys. You might end up with a bypass surgery. Now, these are the complications of diabetes. Diabetes really, when it becomes chronic and degenerative. Now, in the case you want to change, now you are serious. Now you can talk. These are 3 critical steps to take. Number one, move. Move is the easiest step. When you move, you make sure that the insulin is now more forced with the glucose to get in to be burned. Yes, the glucose now goes and is burned by the mitochondria, and it reduces the load of blood sugar inside of your cells. So less sugar in the blood, and the rest of the sugar is burned by the mitochondria. Move 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, do the aerobic, run, walk, have a walk. Yes, do that first, every day, every single day. The second step critical is check your numbers on a regular basis. Check your blood sugar numbers, check your blood glucose, your blood cholesterol, your blood fat, your blood pressure. Number 3, apply and implement an individualized nutrition plan. Not the food plan, but the nutrition plan, which is individualized according to your needs. Not everyone has the ability to have all the nutrients to be burned. So in order for the glucose to be burned the proper way, you need to have the nutrition plan, the foods, the lifestyle according to your specific body, mind also. So these are the 3 steps to take into consideration when you want to live a healthy lifestyle, avoiding diabetes. Thank you for watching. This was specific advices from Happiness Potential to make sure that you live with permanent vitality as an entrepreneur. Thank you once again.